Salutations, YouTube. This is Team Professional Noob, and for those who have noticed, and I'm sure you're few and far in between, I do have a YouTube channel, and is not a hive activity. In fact, virtually nothing happens on it whatsoever, but I want to change that as part of a New Year's resolution. As with most people, I probably won't be able to sustain it, and soon the channel will peter out again. But hopefully I'll be able to provide some useful commentary on the game, some captivating or tantalizing videos, and not sound like too much of a nerd. But to hit the ground running and get things underway, today I'll be providing a video that will be an archetype discussion on wind-ups, which are arguably one of the most potent decks in the game right now. I would say for certain that they are. And so let's just delve into the mechanics really quickly. Now, post people know what they do. They're very notorious. But the main engine is made up, of course, these four cards in conjunction with the factory. And I feel like the deck really needs to get hit by the ban list desperately, more than anything else. And I feel as if people, they keep comparing it to water and to other archetypes and saying that they're on even footing, but I think that undeniably wind-ups are the best deck of the format. I think that they lack the vulnerability to the side deck that other decks have. Sure, there are cards like Rivalry of Warlords, which will throw a monkey wrench in the works, but with 3 MSTs, a heavy storm, and you can even side in other back row hate, it's really not an issue. And furthermore, what makes the deck so dangerous is that you're able to use traps in it, which is something people often overlook. We've kind of transitioned into much more of a trapless format if you look at decks like Water, and if you look at decks like Chaos Dragons, which are a little less prevalent, but if you look across the board, even Zetters, traps are becoming much more scarce. And what windups can do is they can run traps without interfering with their combos, because really, all they need is the Shark and Magician to get their combo off, and that's what makes them so lethal, is that they don't need to have tons of cards in their repertoire in order to make the combos work, so they can use the extra space in the deck for traps. And that's really what makes them a step above the rest, a cut above, so to speak. And if you look at decks like Prophecies, which have had a hard time getting their feet off the ground, the main dilemma there is that they can't support a trap engine without harming their main monster engine. And windups are able to be very efficient in their monsters. From a mere 2 monsters, they can fill the field with Xyz and OTK, or create the dreaded Shock Lock by utilizing Shotmaster. So I feel that's really what bodes and windups favors, and what really makes them so lethal as a deck. And I think they desperately need to be hit. I think they're bad for the game state, is what it boils down to. First and foremost, there's the first turn Shock Lock. If you manage to acquire that, then your opponent's going to be hard-pressed to do anything to really retaliate against it. And likewise, you can OTK in 1 turn with virtually nothing, and you have 3 Searcher spells. I just feel like the deck is, in a nutshell, it's absurd and really needs to go away. I think the premise of the deck is nice. It's not an easy deck to play, so it does something which I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks desperately need to do, and that's it rewards skill. You need to be a good player to make it work. Nevertheless, I feel the reward is too great. No matter how skillful you are, you don't deserve this kind of power in your deck. It's simply too lopsided, and I've had hands-on experience with the deck. I've deck tested against other decks such as Zetters and Mermaid Atlanteans, and really other decks just can't get the consistent wins they need against it to really combat it. So I feel, although windups have been being combated by the side deck and agents have had some success against them, I just feel they're far too lethal, and that they really need to be hit. And I think our format will become far more healthier once they cease to exist. And if you look in the OCG, they're very prevalent there too. So hopefully, one way or another, they will be expunged from our game. I don't need them to completely be crippled, but they do need to definitely lose a lot of their strength and speed. Okay, and so that is my rant/discussion of wind-ups. Now, probably reiterated what a lot of you are already thinking, but nevertheless, hopefully my videos will catch on. If not, so be it. And signing out, YouTube.